Look, every salesperson, every sales leader, every sales entrepreneur is going to have a bad day, a bad month. You might even have a bad year. You are going to have times in your life where your sales aren't going to be reflective of the output you're generating. You're producing all the activity, you're doing all the work, producing all the metrics that are required of you, making the phone calls, prospecting, sending follow-up emails, marketing, etc. Now, just because you do all that work and we have a great plan in place, we have a great funnel in place, there is still an element that we don't have control of. No matter how talented of a salesperson you are or how effective you are at the ability to influence somebody, you're not always going to get somebody to say yes. And when that happens, it is natural and normal for us to get discouraged, to get demotivated, to downright feel negative. We wake up in the morning frustrated at our results. One of the reasons people can't hang or last in a career in sales is they can't handle that emotional swing. It typically associates with income, but it's also incredibly emotional. It's an emotional roller coaster. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you're so disconnected, so demotivated, and so frustrated that your performance isn't matching the output, and you feel no matter what you do, you're still getting told no, here's my recommendation: rest, recharge, disconnect, debrief. That's it. Take a moment to rest, completely just shut off. Say it is okay. Recharge the batteries. Go back to a place where you're comfortable and where you can go back and reevaluate your skills, reassess how you're profiling, reassess your sales scripts, reassess your pipeline, but just completely recharge. When I say recharge and reset, it's not necessarily to go off into a hidden cabin and look at your numbers. It's just to take the mental break, step away from the computer, put down the cell phone, turn off the notifications. And when you disconnect and debrief, when you're completely disconnected and you've said, okay, I've recharged, I've reset my batteries, I've looked at everything, and you know what? I'm closing everything off. I'm completely disconnected. Have a mental debrief with yourself and ask yourself this question: is who I am going to be affected by the results I put out? Is who I am going to be reflected by the level of my commission check? And the answer is no, because who you are to your core, that's a foundation that is built on you over a lifetime. Don't allow one bad sales month, day, call, week, year, whatever the situation is, to dictate and tell you that you're not destined to be successful, that you're not destined to be a top performer, that you're not destined to be a high income earner. Now, I know the number one problem that people have when they say, hey, I did the recharge and reset or disconnect and debrief, Anthony. I took time away. I completely closed everything. But when I come back, I still have bills to pay. I still have a family to provide for. I still have a pipeline to be managed. And not only did I disconnect and debrief, but I also slowed down the momentum that I had going in my pipeline. That is challenging. And on Catapulting Commission's blog, we talk often about you can't have momentum slow down. But when it's planned and you're picking the lesser two evils, you at 80% isn't effective for anybody. You need 100% of your effort to be successful in the world of sales. And to do that effectively, you're going to have to recharge and reset. So to prevent that momentum from dying down, to prevent that momentum from dropping off, or prevent your income from being severely hammered, here's what you do. When it's time to disconnect and debrief, you plan ahead as best as possible. Now, that's not always going to happen, but when you plan ahead effectively, it looks like this. You go on vacation for 3 days, 5 days, a day, whatever the situation is. The day you return, you should have the busiest day of the entire year. From the moment you say, I'm going to disconnect and I'm going to take a few days off of work, or I'm going to take a few days off of my sales, I'm going to take a few days out of my business, that first day you come back should be the busiest day. And if you plan it properly, all the appointments will be planned before you leave on vacation. And you will come back to the busiest day ever. And ideally, it should be the busiest week. So properly planning ahead is going to help you rebounce, rebuild that momentum. But if you disconnect and debrief, or you recharge and reset and you walk away from your business without a plan, yeah, mentally you'll feel better, but you're going to come back to a slowed momentum, a slowed down pipeline, a dried up pipeline, possibly. That's not fun for anybody. And I know how difficult it is to get out of that. So to effectively do it, plan ahead of that. Now, if you're in that position where you're like, hey man, I just had a bad day, unexpected, I just need to disconnect. I can't plan for the time I come back. Fair enough. One of those ways to do that is to have an automated system in place in terms of automated lead management, automated prospecting, ensuring your pipeline always remains full and robust. I can't get into that too much in today's blog, but if you need help with that, you can reach out to me and we'll talk how to ensure your pipeline's full and robust for the future. That's what I got for you guys today on the Catapulting Commissions blog with Anthony Garcia. Thanks for joining me. Do me a favor, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to reach out to me. Also, you can text me at 661-228-8967. Text hello. Get connected with the community. I'll be there to answer any of your questions you have. I'll see you next week.